Athens, Greece, birthplace of civilization, cradle of the first Olympic gold, and capital of the country that was also the birthplace of modern medicine. But modern Athens is so much more than a major capital city and a popular holiday destination. Athens is now setting the gold standard as an international centre of excellence in the arena of hair transplantation, in particular the revolutionary state-of-the-art HDI, or high-density implantation procedure. An ever-growing number of men of all ages whose confidence has been severely dented by premature hair loss are now finding a permanent solution to their problem at the high-density hair transplant clinic's state-of-the-art surgical facility in the centre of Athens. Many women too, who perhaps have suffered hair loss as a result of stress or trauma, are discovering that this revolutionary technology in the hands of an experienced HDI surgeon is the key to a happier new life. The HDI, or high-density implantation procedure, is now universally accepted as the gold standard in hair transplantation. The HDI technique offers an amazing 30% more volume of new hair growth than conventional microsurgery. Under a local anaesthetic, thousands of donor hair follicles are painlessly removed from the nape of the neck. The individual follicles, containing between 1 and 4 hairs, are then expertly divided and placed in the appropriate petri dish. At no time during the entire procedure is a single hair touched by a human hand. It is at this point that medical science gives way to art, the aesthetics of hair transplantation, as the surgeon designs the most suitable new hairline, bearing in mind the patient's existing hair, their own aspirations, and their age. Meanwhile, the nurse technicians prepare the new grafts for the surgeon and the implantation procedure. With the preparatory work complete, the actual transplant can then begin. The high-density implantation technique allows the surgeon to painlessly implant the donor hairs into the thinning area of the scalp. Because we have perfected the HDI needle technique, the new hair grafts can then be implanted into the pre-prepared holes made by the surgeon. The roots remain completely stable, and the hair itself will then resume its natural growth cycle when the blood supply is fully connected. Writer and specialist medical journalist Peter Harris from Manchester, England, is just one of the many informed patients who opted for the HDI procedure.
I am about to undergo a medical procedure, but the truth is I feel fine. As a medical journalist, I've been involved with medicine and surgery all my professional career, and I know this is not major surgery. It's very, very much the opposite of that. It is minor surgery. But nonetheless, on this occasion, I am the patient, and from that point of view, I'm always going to be, like any other patient, a little bit anxious, a little bit apprehensive, but I know I don't need to be. It's minor procedure. And the thing that has given me the confidence is knowing the quality of this clinic. I know the people who run it. I know the quality of the doctor. And I have learned that through Mr. Malcolm Mendelsohn, who's counselled me, who's talked to me, who indeed has had this procedure himself with the same surgeon. And so from that point of view, I have total confidence about the procedure. I've seen the results in other patients, and I know the results are going to be the same for me. And from that point of view, for the next hour or so, I'm not going to worry about the procedure. I'm just going to think of the end result, and that makes me very happy.
Oh, well, it's all over. I can hardly believe it. It's been so simple. It's been so straightforward. 3 hours ago, I walked in here out of the Athens sunshine, having got off an aeroplane yesterday. The donor hairs were just painlessly removed from the back of my head. I've been lying down, totally relaxed, listening to some music, fell asleep for a time, I've woken up, the hairs are back in my head, and they're there forever. And it's a little miracle, and I think it's quite amazing.
Hair loss for women can be profoundly disturbing. Stella Donnelly, who began to lose her hair as a result of severe stress, has now regained her self-confidence after undergoing the HDI procedure.
It was very professionally done. I was looked after from the minute I walked into the clinic till even now at this stage. But in another way, it was very relaxed. If you wanted a break, you could just have a 10-minute break or whatever you felt, and then the procedure would carry on at my pace as opposed to the surgeon's pace. It's 3 months since I had the procedure. The hair's starting to grow very finely through. I'm looking forward to the actual proper growth, which I'm told is going to be 4 to 6 months, and hopefully my confidence when I go out will be boosted quite a lot. I definitely recommend the CHOI procedure for anyone who wants to take the time and trouble to make themselves feel better, look better and regain the confidence.
Thousands of men and women are now able to benefit from the amazing HDI procedure. Lee Purchase from Leicestershire, England, was one of the many younger men whose confidence was seriously affected by premature hair loss.
Well, I was very badly affected by my hair loss in actual fact, right from a sort of the early 20s. It was a case of ducking and diving and keeping out of the way of people and standing out of lights, and I worked in a club for a few years, and it was find a dark corner and stay there for the night. It was also a case of the products that I used to use on my hair. I mean, I used to get through tins and tins of hairspray, especially on a windy day. It'd be amazing, just have to completely pack it together so it didn't move. I mean, I've never had a major loss of hair, as you can see, but I could see it going, and the inevitable was going to happen. So yeah, it was really pretty bad. I mean, even one of the worst things was only a couple of years ago on my wedding day. We went out to Vegas to get married, and I mean, it was a big occasion. We planned it, and we were going out there, and we got. I woke up in the morning at the hotel, looked out the window, and I could just see everything blowing in the wind, and I thought, oh my God, and there goes another 2 cans of hairspray, you know. So yeah, it very badly it affected me. Well, my hair loss was a big problem. It got to the point where I thought that if I didn't do something about it soon, it would be to the point where I couldn't do anything about it at all. So I went for one of these hair pieces that was advertised, which I didn't really know that it was a hair piece, to be honest with you. It was going to do all these weird and wonderful things to change my life. In actual fact, it did, but it made it worse. In actual fact, call it what you will, a hair piece, a unit, it comes down to the fact it's a wig. And I couldn't live with that. I'd rather people point and say, look, that guy's gone bald, than, hey, look, that guy's wearing a wig. It just made me shudder. You know, it was a terrible idea to think. Well, the hair transplant for me has changed my life. I was a bit dubious to start with, as you would be. When I actually made the decision and got over to Athens, I was very, very pleasantly surprised. It was almost an enjoyable experience. First surgery I've ever had, and painless completely. And again, after it was done, still dubious, wasn't sure, you know, all the promises that had been made before. And fantastic now. I'm 2 months down the line. I've probably got another 2 months before I get any major results. But every day I can see the future getting brighter, if you like. It's quite amazing.